17104, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, touching lives with the power of internet radio.
Hello, everyone. Back here with you.
Go right ahead,
All
Mr.
right, all right. Thank you, Pastor.
No worries, sir.
Yeah, we're here at The Voice 17104 with Pastor Chris.
God bless you. Welcome back, sir.
And talk about some things here. I'm pretty sure you've seen the debate with J.D. Vance and Coach Walls, Timothy Walls. And that was a very interesting debate. Of course, most of us know the issues, and they should have been exposed to both men by now. And that's why electing Kamala Harris and preserving our freedom is of paramount importance. I watched that debate, and I watched J.D. Vance closely. J.D. Vance is a chameleon, folks. J.D. Vance is one of them type of guys that whomever he's talking to, that's what he will mold his conversation towards. You ever see a chameleon that's a little reptile that if he's around brown and red leaves, he will conceal himself by adopting the color of his surroundings. It's part of his survival mechanism. If he's around green grass, the high weeds that are green, he will adopt a green color. Well, that's J.D. Vance. When he's with the mega people, where he's most comfortable, he'll adopt the colors of the mega. The red hat and make America great again and all that foolishness, and spouting about people in Springfield eating dogs and cats, and the Haitians in particular, the immigrants, as he likes to put it, and admit that he lied to the CNN moderator or anchor lady or whatever their title was that they sit behind that desk, so he can get the message out to the people about these immigrants. Lied. But if you lie about that, then what won't you lie about? Pushing your master's program, Donald Trump. And everybody said, oh, this is everybody, not everybody, let me correct that. Some of the people who watched that debate, oh, J.D. Vance did this, and he said that, and I don't think he's such a bad guy. And I looked at him. J.D. Vance is a master manipulator. I mean, he's not a bad guy. Is he with Donald Trump? Then he's a bad guy. This is a criminal enterprise. You got to understand, and don't forget, Donald Trump was convicted by a jury of his peers. on 34 criminal counts, which all were felonies. So you elect J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, or Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, because they get elected together. So the White House becomes a criminal enterprise. That makes America a criminal state. Any arguments about that? Elect a convicted felon. Follow me now. Elect Donald Trump, a convicted felon, into arguably the most powerful office on the planet, the President of the United States. That makes his administration a criminal enterprise. Okay? By him being the President of the United States, makes the United States a criminal country. How does that look to the rest of the world? Think about that. Think hard about that. Because now, if you're set up as a criminal state to the rest of the world, how do you think they're supposed to treat you? You think they got a problem going on over there between Israel and Hamas and with Hezbollah, but that problem has always existed. This one here hasn't always existed. They'll go on pause to look right at the United States. Not to mention the bigger guys. India, Turkey, Japan, China, and last but not least, the Russians. You can argue that, Putin's a criminal. Putin hasn't been convicted. Xi Jinping and China hasn't been convicted. Erdogan in Turkey, he hasn't been convicted. Kim Il-sung, North Korea, he hasn't been convicted. Donald Trump has been convicted. Waiting sentencing. That's what I said. Elect Kamala Harris to preserve our freedom. There's all kind of funny things going to start happening if Donald Trump gets in the White House. Internally and externally. It doesn't take an Einstein to figure that out, or an Aristotle. God rest their souls. It doesn't take that sort of mindset to figure that out. Laymen can figure that out. Think about that, folks. Think about how you wish to live from November 5th on. I said earlier, did you watch that debate? That was quite telling. I said, Vance, he was pretty good. He was that. I thought Walsh was better. because Walsh told the truth. A lie is still a lie. I don't care what words you use to tell it. I don't care how articulate you wish to be or how you perceive to be. A polished lie is a lie. And what was most telling is when he could not answer the question about whether Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. I said, well, that's it. This guy goes 80-some minutes trying to convince you that he's a good guy when he's not. When he used terms like childless cat ladies. Haitians in Springfield who are here legally, you try to say they weren't, and that they were eating people's dogs and cats. Now, that was horrible enough. But when he could not answer the question whether Donald Trump lost the 2020 election, that did it for me. 80-some minutes trying to convince people you're the good guy, and all of a sudden you just show your true colors. That your loyalty isn't to the United States of America, your loyalty is to Donald Trump. But we remember that in history, don't we? Think back, people. That's why I said do your research. The German soldiers, especially the political soldiers, which was the SS, swore allegiance not to Germany, but to the Fuhrer, to Adolf Hitler. Go back in your history book. Well, not the one you get off the shelf in any school. You gotta go to the library. You gotta research. They swore allegiance not to Germany. I repeat, they swore their allegiance to Adolf Hitler, the Fuhrer. What is Trump proposing? We got to understand, Trump is a German. Remember the last election, the news people went to his little hometown, his father's hometown, the river. They said, yeah, we know. Trump said, German people said they live down the street. And they didn't even like Trump. Probably never liked him. There's whole family. But that's another time for another story. But what does Trump require? Absolute and complete loyalty. Not to the United States. Oh, that's obvious. We got January 6th, 2021. Not to the United States Constitution, which he wants to get rid of. He wants loyalty to him and him alone. What do you think Project 2025 is all about? And then we got the Supreme Court plotting their own demise. Are you crazy? Trump get to be president, you're done. Alito, Thomas, I mentioned them too because they're the leader of this. Trump movement on the Supreme Court. You finish. What dictator has a Supreme Court? He's the ultimate power. He's the ultimate saying. He don't need you. You're going to be the first to go. Elect Kamala Harris to preserve your freedom, to preserve the United States of America as it exists today. Can always be improved. But to work on that under the freedoms that we have in this country. You ain't gonna work on that under no dictatorship. Under no authoritarian rule. Under no autocrat. None of them things exist under that form of government. There's some people that live under that in other parts of the world. Just to give a good example, in those type of countries, people can be killed. Women, if they can see a piece of your hair coming out from under your burqa. Now, who ever heard of anything like that? You arrest her, take her to jail, and you kill her. I'm pretty sure you said that happened in Iran. There's been atrocities in Iraq. Do your research. It's in the book. Articles have been written about. You got human rights fights all the time in these autocratic countries. And now they want to bring that thing, autocratic, authoritarian rule here. Well, that's going to be interesting because, see, you Americans have never lived under it. I don't think you'd be able to handle that. Wisconsin will be in this country will be in a constant state of war. That's what you want to live under? Put Donald Trump in there. He gonna round up 11 million migrants and send them back. Send them backward. Their country of origin. And he said that includes the Dreamers. The Dreamers were born here. But simply because their name happened to be Gonzalez or Rodriguez or Rivera, they were born here. So you go send them where? Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua? No. No. just go round them up. How do you round up 11 million people? Well, we gotta help the military. That's what he said. So the military could be running all through these alleys trying and towns they don't that have no knowledge about their own. Look how foolish that is. When there was a much easier way, but he didn't want that because he wanted to run on it. Whatever the border bill was, it was a start of controlling your borders without all this foolishness. Then this insane imbecile, and nerd to say, we take you and put you back, and you come again, we're going to shoot you. So you're going to start murdering people. I like Kamala Harris to preserve your freedoms. I like Tim Walz because he showed the demon inside of J.D. Vance. He snatched the disguise right off him. See, and don't tell me I agree. Like every time they say, well, J.D. Walz ain't all that bad. Yes, he is. J.D. Walz is like putting a lipstick on a pig. Still a pig with lipstick on it. Come on, people. Use your brain. Every Democrat and every moderate Republican, you can be a conservative Republican, should be voting for Kamala Harris. This should be a landslide victory to save democracy. And they've used democracy like a generic term. That's why I said freedom. To save your freedom. They keep America as a leader. In this world economy. A leader in the way forward. Because we're not going back, just like Sister Kamala said. We're not going back. Nobody's going back. The way is forward. Been there, done that. That's back. The way forward. Just something new, something brighter, something better. Okay? So don't fall for the okie doke, folks. Like Malcolm said, don't be bamboozled. Oh, he did a nice stuff. No, he didn't. He lied that entire debate, J.D. Vance. And they wanted Tim Walz to beat up on him. You don't have to beat up on somebody that's self-destructing. All you have to do is counter the lie. And I thought Coach did a very good job countering the lie. And an excellent job in bringing out who Vance truly is. When Vance could not tell you that Donald Trump lost the 2020 election. When 60 plus courts said he lost. His own interior told him he lost. All the directors on the panel, including his Attorney General, Bill Barr, said he lost. J.D. Vance couldn't say it. Because he was playing to an audience of one. Donald Trump. As long as he said he didn't care whether you and I thought he won a loss or made some good points, he didn't care. As long as Donald Trump thought he did well. That's all that mattered to him. Well, That's not all that mattered to me. What mattered to me is you told the truth. What mattered to me is you would have stood up there and said that January 6, 2021 was wrong, illegal, and the people responsible should be in jail. That doesn't matter to me. It mattered to me if you just said, yes, he lost the 2020 election. That's why we're here trying it again. Now, that would have been the truth, but you couldn't say that. Or they had the gallows outside of that debate for you, like they did for Mike Pence outside the Capitol on January 6, 2021. They'd erect the gallows right as the minute that you said that and told the truth, the megas would have been right there ready to hang you. And you knew that. So, there we are. But I really appreciate you being here with me today and cover these things and vote for Kamala Harris to preserve your freedom. Our freedom. Have a good day, sir.